This week,
the girls and boys basketball teams appreciate our teachers.
The musical directors pick our spring plays cast.
And we honor our school's most recent staff member of the month.
All of that and more on the Warrior Weekly. Good morning, Warriors, and welcome to this week's edition of the Warrior Weekly, presented by Warrior Student Media. I'm Madison Harvey.
And I'm McHenry Harvey. Today we recognize our most recent staff member of the month and dive deep into the start of the spring musical.
But first, we recognized our teachers during Staff Appreciation Night for both girls and boys basketball.
On Friday, February 20th, the girls and boys basketball team faced Crystal Lake Central in a crossover night. This game was also the annual Teacher Appreciation Game, where players and cheerleaders recognized their favorite teachers.
So I brought Miss Goy. I brought her because she was new when I was in junior year. So she was like first ever. Like she was the only teacher I've ever liked. Like English class was actually fun for once, and she was just super. Like she helped me with my basketball recruiting a lot. I was super stressed out, and like she would sit down with me and just like make sure everything was okay and check in with me every day. I've never had like a teacher like do that on a one-on-one level. So.
Teachers are a huge part of the school, and the impacts they make on students are lifelong memories.
I picked Miss Kirk because she was a big role model to me when I first moved here, and just starting off, moving in high school was a big step for me, and I kind of needed a person to look up to, and she filled that role perfectly. She kind of was like almost like a mom figure at school, and it was just it was like she was somebody I could go to for some things, and plus she also teaches one of my favorite classes, business, so that's kind of the reason I picked her.
I brought Miss Fry, and an impact she had me is like that. Like she knows how like kids are, and like she knows how to interact with us very well. And like I think she just like makes school fun for me, and like it's just better than any other teacher, really.
Both teams came out here to get a win for their teachers and compete in conference play.
The season's been kind of rough so far. We started out kind of good on a good streak, and then overall it took a decline. I think we're on the second half of our season right now, so we're going on incline again, and tonight I think was just a stepping point to move forward, and it kind of proved like what we can be as a team, and I'm excited for it.
Once we got going, we kind of just picked up the energy and like kept going throughout all the home games that we've played in a row. So far we're 3-0 at home in our 5 home game stint, and I think we're playing really well. We've got a lot closer over the past couple games over the season, and I just think we're playing a lot better than the beginning.
The boys basketball team have had ups and downs throughout their season, but are trying to finish strong with one word in mind.
I think it's consistency, because we've had like rough patches. Like we started off really good, and then we went on a losing streak, and we figured out a way to win, and we're on a 3-game win streak now, so that's good.
As the season is coming to a close, we wish the basketball program the best of luck with the rest of their season. Reporting for the Warrior Weekly, we are Cooperstown Bruin, Riley Byron, Dennis Turkin, Maddie Spencer, and Evelyn Carlson.
Key Club is looking to collect 70 dresses for My Sister's Dress, a one-day sale of new or gently used formal wear on February 25th. Let's help make prom affordable for everyone.
Now, MCHS students splash into the spring play auditions for SpongeBob the Musical.
Warrior Student Media looks into the tryouts for one of the most anticipated events of the year.
This semester, the theater department splashed into the spring production with the auditions for SpongeBob the Musical. Hosting a watch-through of the musical at the freshman campus's remodeled theater, director Andrew Hilliard talks about the show's exciting take on a beloved cartoon that features music from popular artists and plenty of fun characters.
It's SpongeBob, so all the characters from the cartoon show up in this particular musical where they're trying to save the town from an erupting volcano. It's silly and it's fun, and I think it's kind of fun to do the idea of something based on a cartoon we all know. There's so much variety in this and so many different personalities that come together, and I'm kind of excited to see how the cast figures out the humor in the script and learns to play off of it. The music is great. Each song is written by a different popular artist, so Aerosmith or Cyndi Lauper has written some of them, Sarah Bareilles. It's just a cool idea.
Senior Elena Markerzak, who plays Pearl, explains how the bright tone of the musical brings them back to childhood while being so close to graduating.
A lot of us grew up watching SpongeBob, so it's a really fun adaptation of it, the childhood nostalgia that this show's going to bring. I think it's going to be really fun, really bright, and I think it's going to really capture the original show. I wasn't really auditioning for anything specific. I was just like, it'd be cool my senior year to get a role. I ended up getting Pearl.
Junior Caden Hennig, who plays the lead role of a rambunctious sponge, describes what he's looking forward to as being the star of this upcoming musical.
I'm most excited to learn the dances, songs, and then perform for the people. Just brings you back to childhood.
A lot of thought was put into the casting for MCHS's next play. The main antagonist, played by sophomore Caleb Bone, elaborates on how he ended up getting the role for his impression of Plankton.
I had a friend, we were messing around one day, and he was like, "Your voice is kind of deep. Can you do the Plankton voice?" I attempted it. Turns out I can do it perfectly. I auditioned for the role of Plankton, and as you can see, I've got the role of Plankton. It's a really great musical, and so far from the small amount of work that we put into it, it's gonna be a good play.
With the spring musical already off to a great start, we are excited to see all of the theater department's hard work pay off. For the Warrior Weekly, we are Alyssa Thomas, Ellie Machashik, Layla Moreno, Allie Casey, and McKenna Harvey.
Chum bucket.
Up next, we congratulate the most recent winner of Staff Member of the Month, an award dedicated to the teachers who show what it really means to be a warrior.
Bringing order and positivity to the Upper Campus Dean's Office, recent Staff Member of the Month, Miss Hodges is one of the unsung heroes of MCHS.
And she's so dedicated to the job and the students here, and really is compassionate and is a huge help, a huge asset to our office. And she is a wonderful person to have at the front.
One of the main parts of Miss Hodges' job is managing students who visit the Dean's Office. One of these students, senior Vanessa Schroeder, reflects on Miss Hodges' kindness and compassion towards students.
That she really cares about what she does. Like, she's not just there to write passes out and then just tell you to sit down and wait for them. Like, she actually wants to know how your day is, what's going on in your life.
As for the deans, Miss Hodges helps to manage their schedule and allow them to accomplish more on a daily basis.
She is the one where students see when they come into our office. They have many different reasons maybe to come visit us or other people in the office, and she's like the gatekeeper and makes sure that our office runs smoothly every day.
Last week, Miss Hodges was awarded with Staff Member of the Month for her contributions to the school.
It's really neat that people feel that, people recognize that what you're doing is important and that you make a difference.
Making the school a better place is a difficult task, but honoring impactful staff members such as Hodges is one step towards doing so. Reporting for the Warrior Weekly were Kylie Chanowski, Madison Harvey, and Colin Chanowski.
On behalf of all the students and your fellow staff members here at MCHS, thank you, Mrs. Hodges.
That's all for today's show. Be sure to follow the Warrior Weekly on all social media platforms, including Twitter, Insta, and TikTok.
For McKenna Harvey and all of Warrior Student Media, I'm Madison Harvey. See you next week, Warriors, and happy birthday, Mom.